Ever since Netflix released the first trailer for their upcoming series with Love and Meghan, starring Meghan Markle, it's been getting a lot of backlash on social media. On the official Netflix YouTube channel, you can see it has 13,000 likes to 116,000 dislikes. So not a very good ratio for this. And if you look at the comments, they're not much better either. This top one right here, I took note of that. There was a top comment of 10,000 likes saying, "Thanks for keeping the comments open, Netflix. That took balls. It's deleted. Savage." Now, I don't necessarily know if they are deleting comments on this video right here. I would think if they were going to be doing that, they would either just lock the comments or they would delete some of the other comments on here that are just as bad as the ones that are being accused of deleted, but they're not. So I can't really say for sure whether that's actually happening. But one thing that is happening, though, in regards to trying to defend the show is that the media has come out and forced to try to defend it. And of course, they're using their tired excuse that if you don't like it, it's because she's black, because yeah, you just look at her and you're thinking like, oh yeah, that's a black woman right there, but whatever. That's what they're saying right now. And let's look at this article from Salon and see what they're actually, how they're characterizing the criticism for this and also how they're defending this show. Meghan Markle has a new Netflix cooking show and people are already ready to hate it. Yes, because people just want to hate new stuff out there. It's not that people are hoping that there's good programming out there and just this doesn't look very good. Meghan Markle's forthcoming cooking show with Love and Meghan hasn't even debuted yet, and it's already being sliced and diced online. Scheduled to premiere January 15th on Netflix, the series promises a glossy blend of culinary escapades, celebrity cameos, and sunlit glimpses of the Duchess of Sussex's life in Montecito. But the reaction to its trailer has been swift and cutting, a barrage of disdain that feels both predictable and overdetermined, as if the mere existence of the show is some kind of affront. Actually, I don't even think the criticism towards this is particularly harsh. There's a lot of other things out there that are way worse received than what this one is. And what they're really talking about is basically people using the functions of sites like YouTube as their intended purposes. People saw the trailer, they didn't like it, so they left the comment saying what they didn't like about it, and they're clicking either like or dislike. And it just so happens the overwhelming consensus is that people don't like this. Nothing wrong with that, but apparently if it's a show starring someone who is a black woman, and I use the air quotes, I know she's really black, but you get what I'm saying when you look at her. It's like if you looked at her, you wouldn't think she's a black woman, but apparently they're saying that that's the case. People look at her, see like, oh, she's a black woman, I hate black people, therefore I don't like this show. But still, maybe I'm just being like overly simplistic in the characterization of this, so let's kind of look further down and what they're actually saying, because maybe I'm mischaracterizing their arguments here. The trailer for With Love Meghan, a montage of postcard perfect California landscape, Markle's warm narration, and stage scenes of domesticity, has drawn criticism for being insipid, overly curated, and tone deaf in the midst of a global economic hardship. I don't know. Maybe there are some people saying like it's tone deaf and economic hardship to have someone in a mansion like this, making foods like she's doing or whatever. It's like, but I don't really have a criticism with that. Most of the stuff I've seen people say is that it's kind of insipid and out of touch and other things like that. And I think that is fair criticism for her. That's kind of my reaction to it when I first saw the trailer and made a video about it, is it just feels like it's so fake. And I think a lot of people share my same perspective on that. That's why they're not really interested in her show. People watch these lifestyle shows because they like the presenter. Clarkson's Farm, for instance, is a dude on a farm, but that would seem kind of boring, but people like Jeremy Clarkson, so that's why the show's popular. When it comes to this, though, I don't think people want to watch a show with Meghan Markle in a mansion making fancy foods for her celebrity friends. That does feel like it's sort of out of touch with everyday society, and it's something that people just aren't really that interested in watching. To be sure, it's not as if the format itself is groundbreaking. Celebrity cooking shows have thrived on the aspirational, Edith Gardner, Martha Stewart, Gwyneth Paltrow. So it's saying that their criticism isn't because she's rich, because there's a lot of celebrities who've made similar shows. It's not about the type of cooking and other stuff like that too, bringing up female chefs in their cooking shows that were popular. And yet Markle's show isn't just another entry into an overly stuffed genre. It comes burdened with the expectations and criticism that have bogged her since she first entered the public eye. She was actually pretty popular when she entered the public eye. Then when people saw how fake she was, that's when she started losing interest with everyday people. The stakes for her seem higher, the judgment more immediate and harsh, where other celebrity cooks are allowed to flub a recipe or lean into the ridiculousness of their fame. I think of Paris Hilton struggling to make an edible brunch alongside Kim Kardashian on Cooking with Paris. Markle is expected to justify her presence at the table. Why this? Why now? Why her? And it goes back to what I was saying. There's nothing genuine about Meghan Markle. Everything seems overly curated and polished in order to try to present a certain image. And people can kind of intuitively pick up on that one. So no matter how much the media is trying to make her work, you can't artificially make someone seem authentic. And that's why people have this criticism for her, because Meghan Markle has tried these other ventures in the past that gain more fame. I mean, she already has fortune, but she wants the spotlight because she likes the attention. And people are just tired of it. And I think the reaction to her trailer is pretty much everyone saying enough's enough. We don't want her to be a thing. We don't care about her. Just go away right now. And she very well could be doing that, but she doesn't want to do that. And the media won't let her because, like I said, she pushes the right narrative for them. And that's what they're kind of doubling and tripling down on when it comes to the reaction to this trailer. One difference, of course, is that Markle isn't white. And there it is right there. You have to like this, otherwise you're racist. And her most vocal detractors often seem eager to weaponize this fact, cloaking their disdain in terms like tone deaf or unrelatable, words that feel at best insufficient to explain the level of vitriol she attracts. Are those really just cloaks for the term, or maybe she does seem very tone deaf and unrelatable? That's perfectly fine. If people just feel like that she doesn't speak for them or she doesn't speak to them, well, then they can choose not to watch her show. But apparently because she's partially black, then all of a sudden you can't have that type of criticism because, well, then it's racist. People have said the same thing about like Gwyneth Paltrow, who was previously mentioned in here with her wellness, lifestyle branding and other stuff like that. But they weren't say they were racist against white people because they said it about Gwyneth Paltrow. It's only racist when you say it about Meghan Markle. So talking about some of the reactions on social media, Meghan McCain's reaction saying that it sees tone deaf and other things like that. Yet for all the pre-release scorn with Lug, Meghan could represent something rare in the genre, a space for black women, still an anomaly in food television to explore. Food and culture, something Chef Arderin Limpscomb explored in a post on Threads, as reported by Newsweek. Let's talk about the bigger picture here. Where are the black female-led shows and roles in food world? Lipscomb's wrote, representation is already so scarce, and not a show that has the potential to spotlight food, culture, and storytelling is being torn apart before it has a chance. Before it even has a chance. This isn't just about Meghan Markle. No, I think this is 100% about Meghan Markle. You could get a lot of black women and have a similar show and they'd be fine with it. But the fact that it's Meghan Markle, it's because people don't like her. In fact, there actually is a black woman with a similar show that people don't have the same reaction towards. Someone that Meghan Markle is being accused of ripping off. I think this is 100% has to do with the fact that she just seems very forced and unauthentic. Just has to deal with the fact that even the place that they're making this at isn't even her home. They're trying to present it as if this is just her in her home cooking for her celebrity friends. I mean, this is how normal people act, right? Well, no, there's nothing normal or authentic about this. And like, as I said previously, when you're watching something that's a lifestyle type show, you watch it for the people in it. And if the people in it aren't someone who's genuine, where it's scripted or it feels very scripted, well, then that's going to be off-putting to a lot of people. And when it comes to Meghan Markle particularly, it's very off-putting because that's basically her whole public persona. And people are just tired of her at this point. And that's why she's getting this type of reaction to the show. What's certain is that the conversation around the show will likely say more about the viewers than about Markle herself. Her detractors will frame her as emblematic of a shallow performative elite because she 100% is. Her supporters will counter with arguments about racism, misogyny, and the impossible tightrope she's forced to walk. Yeah, those really don't work though, because there's a lot of other, as this article points out, women and non-white women within this space who actually don't get the same reaction. So saying it's misogyny and racism just really doesn't hold water when you just look at it for a second. Somewhere in the middle lies the show itself, a glossy, pleasant-looking program that may or may not find its footing amidst the noise. And I really don't think it'll find its footing at all. I think this is going to be one of her, basically her next failed venture, because she's tried many other things in the past that didn't work out because people just aren't interested in her. It's going to be something Netflix releases, and then no one will care about afterwards. And that'll pretty much just be the end of it. Meghan Markle, she's exceedingly wealthy right now. She could easily just kind of ride off into the sunset and just live a happy life, never having to worry about anything else, or at least financially never have to worry about anything. But she doesn't want to do that. She wants the fame and she wants the spotlight on her, and people just aren't really willing to give it to her. The media is trying to prop her up because she pushes the same politics as them. But no matter how much you try to polish up a turd, it's never going to be anything valuable. And that's pretty much what it comes to her in her public image. No one cares about her. So basically just go away and just live your life as happy and as wealthy as you can, and just leave this lifestyle stuff to people who are a bit more authentic, or at least can present themselves as being a little bit more authentic. But let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And don't forget to click that like button and share this video out there because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.